చేతనం తరతరాల చరిత గల తల్లి నీరాజనం పద పదాన నీ పిల్లలు ప్రణమిల్లిన శుభ తరుణం జై తెలంగాణ జై జై తెలంగాణ జై తెలంగాణ జై జై తెలంగాణ జీవన జావళీలు జాలువాన కవి గాయక వైతాళిక కళల మంజీరాలు జాతిని జాగృత పరచే గీతాల జనజాతర అనునిత్యము నీ గానం అమ్మ నీవే మా ప్రాణం జై తెలంగాణ జై జై తెలంగాణ జై తెలంగాణ జై జై తెలంగాణ
Thank you. Please be seated. Over the past 10 weeks, the Special Foundation course has been a period of rigorous learning, reflection, and transformation, designed to equip our officer trainees with a strong ethical foundation, administrative acumen, and a deep sense of public purpose. Today marks the formal culmination of this journey. The valedictory is not merely an end, but a significant milestone, one that celebrates learning achieved, bonds formed, and responsibilities that now await our officer trainees as they step forward in the service of the nation. I now invite our Director General, Srimati Shanti Kumari IAS, to deliver the introductory remarks.
Good morning and a warm welcome to one and all. It is my honor and privilege to welcome the chief guest of today's valedictory ceremony, Sri Batti Vikramarka Mallu Garu, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister and Minister for Finance, Planning and Energy, Government of Telangana, and Sri Duddilla Sridhar Babu Garu, Honorable Minister for IT, Industries and Commerce, Government of Telangana. We are truly honored by your gracious presence with us today, sirs. On behalf of everyone gathered here, I extend a very warm welcome to you all, to both of you once again. I would like to briefly acquaint you with the officer trainees of Special Foundation course present here today, sir. We have trainees drawn from 15 different services, encompassing both All India services and central services, and they hail from almost every state of the country. While a large number of officer trainees belong to 2023 batch, we are also privileged to have trainees from 2025 batch of Indian Economic Service and Indian Statistical Service. During their 10 weeks at MCR HRD, training extended well beyond the classroom instruction. The officer trainees undertook study visits to several important institutions in and around Hyderabad, including the Indian Air Force Academy at Dundigal, the Indian School of Business, the Central Prison and Open Jail at Charlapalli, the Institute of Mental Health at Erragadda, as well as the data centers and GCCs in the financial district. These engagements provided invaluable exposure to the institutional, social and economic dimensions of governance. This batch of officer trainees is not only intellectually accomplished and highly talented, but also deeply committed to service. They have demonstrated this through meaningful social engagement by donating blood to NIMS, providing counseling support to civil services aspirants from the government-run Ambedkar Study Circle, Hyderabad, and rendering service to Telangana residential schools for boys and girls at Borabanda, which is our neighboring institution, sir. Dear officer trainees, today marks a proud milestone in our collective journey. As we stand at the valedictory moment, we are reminded that training is not an end in itself, but the beginning of a lifelong commitment, a commitment to excellence, to the aspirations of our people, and to the ideals of good governance. Over the past months, our classrooms imparted knowledge, our field visits revealed reality, and our interactions cultivated empathy. Together, these experiences have strengthened not only our professional capabilities, but also the character and clarity essential for public service. Excellence is not a destination, it's a continuous discipline. It demands that we hold ourselves to the highest standards even when no one is watching. It calls upon us to act with competence, courage, and compassion in every task, large or small. Excellence in governance is built patiently, brick by brick, through diligence, integrity, and innovation. Yet excellence alone is not sufficient. Our true purpose lies in delivering the dreams of our people, dreams of opportunity, dignity, equality, and justice. Every file we process, every decision we take, and every policy we implement must reflect the trust reposed in us by the citizens. Their aspirations are our responsibility, and their welfare remains our greatest reward. As public servants, our mission is to uphold good governance. Governance that is transparent, accountable, inclusive, and citizen-centric. Such governance is not sustained by systems alone, but by the values of those who serve within them. Let us be those individuals, let honesty be our habit, fairness our instinct, and service our enduring identity. Standing here today, we are not merely marking the completion of a training program, we are accepting a solemn duty, a duty to lead with humility, to listen with empathy, and to act with integrity, a duty to transform challenges into opportunities and public service into meaningful nation building. As we move forward to our respective assignments, let us serve in a manner that strengthens our institutions, deepens public trust, and makes our nation prouder.